According to the World Health Organization (WHO), around 4.2 million people die prematurely from the effects of polluted outdoor air every single year, while a further 3.8 million die due to the dirty indoor air. Air pollution is a huge problem, and not just for people living in smoke-choked cities. Through such things as global warming and damage to the ozone layer, it has the potential to affect us all. So, what exactly causes this major environmental issue and what can we do about it? Let's take a closer look. The first known haze occurrence in Malaysia impacted daily life in 1983, which may be the beginning of the country's haze chronology. Consequently, it was reported that extremely cloudy weather conditions across the nation occurred in 1991 as a result of forest fires in Sumatra. 3 years later, in September of that year, there was an even worse haze occurrence that persisted for more than a month. It was determined that forest fires in Kalimantan and southern Sumatra were the primary cause of the issue. In 1997, haze returned to Malaysia. The situation was made worse by emission from nearby sources of pollution, including factories, cars, and open burning of rubbish, as well as by dry weather and stable atmospheric conditions. Due to the co-occurrence of El Nino, which extended the dry season that year, this haze episode is regarded as one of the worst. Table 1 provided an overview of Malaysia's haze event history. Numerous studies in Malaysia has examined the impact of human activities on air quality. These studies have revealed that carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide concentrations are associated with motor vehicle emissions as well as elevated levels of particulate matter 10 resulting from industrial activities and local businesses. Additionally, high concentration of particulate matter have been linked to haze occurrence in Southeast Asia stemming from uncontrolled forest fires in Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Nur Diana Zulaika binti Muhammad Zaid and I will be explaining about issue of air pollution in China which included causes and effects of air pollution in that country. So China is among the countries that contributes most to the issue of air pollution due to the major contributors such as coal power plant, transportation, industrial and others. Besides, according to the article, China's rapid and widespread economic growth has resulted in severe air pollution due to the exposure of particulate matter such as PM2.5 and PM10 to the atmosphere. According to the article, there were 390,000 deaths related to PM2.5 from 2002 until 2017, which shows the seriousness of this issue. The researcher from the article has studied how air pollution affects people's health by considering variables such as age, gender, education, and other parameters to strengthen their study regarding this issue. They also conduct their research based on the primary measurement markers of air pollution according to the most recent research on air pollution in China, such as the Air Quality Index, Air Pollution Index, PM2.5, PM10, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and ozone. As stated in the article written by Shen et al., air pollution has impacted the physical and mental health of people who are exposed to it. Among the physical health issues impacted by the study are acute shocks such as stroke, heart disease, and cancer, and chronic shocks such as hypertension, diabetes, asthma, liver disease, arthritis, and others. While episodic such as short-term memory and delayed memory, mental cognition, and self-reported depression are among the effects of mental health. This physical health effect can be divided into two categories, which are short-term and long-term according to the exposure to the pollutant. Short-term exposure to air pollution can result in pulmonary disease, coughing, shortness of breath, wheezing, asthma, and respiratory disorders, while extended periods of exposure to air pollution can result in long-term respiratory disorders including chronic asthma, pulmonary insufficiency, cardiovascular disease, and death. Regarding the study, there are so many effects caused by the PM2.5 pollutant. For example, it can harm people's blood circulation in their lungs, which can then lead to lung cancer. Besides, inhalation of this pollutant can also cause hypercoagulability and other diseases. Air pollution will also cause liver diseases, diabetes, stomach diseases, hypertension, and many other diseases. As well as physical health, air pollution can also be detrimental to people's mental health. For example, the body's oxidative stress and systemic inflammation may be exacerbated by the fine particles that contribute to air pollution. These alterations have the potential to seriously disrupt the cytokine signals that control brain activity, leading to symptoms such as anxiety, depression, and cognitive impairment. A negative psychological status will be experienced by unwell patients. This is very crucial to mental health and could potentially raise the chance of suicide. Based on the study, effects of this issue have also raised the medical expenses of middle-aged and elderly people rather than young people because they are less physically fit, more sensitive to environment changes, and more vulnerable to air pollution, which can cause aging-related disorders. It also stated that men were affected by air pollution compared to women due to the fact that they spend more time outdoors, which makes them exposed to the air for longer periods of time than women do. Children can also be highly affected by air pollution due to their weaker body immune systems compared to teenagers. That's all from me. Thank you.
As you can see here, these are the general importance of studying air pollution. The first one is to understand the source of pollutants. For instance, we know that air pollution may cause to problems such as haze, heavy smoke, and deposition of pollutants on vegetation. But to identify the causes of these problems, we need to understand the source of pollution and the behavior of pollutants in order to prevent unwanted things to happen. Air pollution does impact human and environment in so many ways. Particulate matters may contain hazardous material that can enter our body through inhalation and lead to respiratory disease. With a long term of exposure, we tend to get chronic disease as well, such as lung cancer. The level of concentration for air polluted can be measured by monitoring the number of particulate matters deposited on the leaf surface. Hence, it is essential for us to have knowledge in this area as much as we can so that we can help to mitigate the health impact and thinking of the best way on how to reduce the concentration level of pollutants. Last but not least, studying air pollution can elevate our self-awareness about the importance to improve the air quality. We will know how does the solar radiation, wind and rainfall may contribute to the deposition of gaseous pollutants and worsen the events from air pollution such as haze. Not only that, we are able to detect the early signs of polluted air by observing the characteristic of affected plants, or maybe we notice the destroyed building that caused by the acid rains. Air pollution does impact humans in all ages, from young, middle to the elder one. Therefore, let's take an initiative to find ways that may help us in improving our air quality so that we can breathe in a cleaner air.
Hi, my name is Siti Nazarifa Nadira binti Nozahid. So next, I will explain about mitigation. Firstly, it is essential to address the root causes of haze, such as forest and pit fires. This involves implementing strict regulation and enforcement to prevent open burning, particularly in areas where such activities contribute to haze pollution. Based on journal, May Chu reported that pit fires in Johan Setia are among the main contributors to haze occurrence in Malaysia. The pit lands are burned down in order to make the land usable for agriculture. Other than that, collaboration with neighboring countries, particularly Indonesia, to address the issue of forest fires and land clearing practices is crucial. Efforts to control air pollution from industrial activities, motor vehicles, and other sources should be intensified. The fact that had been stated from journal, it was found that carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide concentration are related to motor vehicle emission and also to high concentration of PM10 from high industrial activities and businesses around the area can lead to air pollution. Thirdly, promoting sustainable land use practices such as reducing deforestation and promote responsible agricultural practice can help mitigate haze pollution. Lastly is spread public awareness and education campaigns on the health and environmental impacts of haze can also play a significant role in reducing haze pollution. This effort should be complemented by international cooperation and agreements to address transboundary haze pollution effectively.